Sam and the Starlight Library. Sam was a curious 11-year-old boy who lived in the quiet village of Maple Hollow, and every clear night he climbed the small hill behind his house to watch the stars shimmer like tiny candles in a huge dark hall, because he dreamed of becoming an explorer of the sky. So one Friday evening, after doing his homework and eating vegetable soup, he filled his old brown satchel with a flashlight, a notebook, a blue pen, and 2 chocolate cookies, then waved goodbye to his grandma, who smiled and told him to follow the song of the moon. Sam walked along the narrow stone path that wound between sleeping gardens, and his best friend, a gentle raccoon named Doodle, padded beside him carrying a little lantern made from a jar and a firefly, and together they reached the top of the hill, where a strange silver light glowed near an oak tree, brighter than the moon. Curious, Sam stepped closer and discovered a round door standing alone on the grass, with no walls around it, just a door covered in tiny star symbols, and when he touched the handle the door swung open, revealing a warm golden room filled with shelves that curved like rainbows and held thousands of glowing books, each one humming softly. A tall woman with hair that looked like midnight sky greeted him, introducing herself as Luna, keeper of the Starlight Library, and she explained that the library traveled from hill to hill on clear nights, sharing stories with children who loved the sky. Sam's eyes widened, and Doodle's lantern flickered happily, so Luna invited them inside, where the floor felt like soft cloud and the air smelled of cinnamon. She showed Sam a map painted on the ceiling that moved like water, and every star on the map was also the name of a special book. Luna said Sam could borrow one book if he promised to return it before sunrise, because the library would float away at dawn. Sam agreed and searched the shelves, passing titles like The Comet That Learned to Dance, and How Planets Paint Their Rings, until he found a small violet book called The Lost Song of the North Star. He opened it and saw blank pages, which puzzled him, but Luna smiled and said the story would appear when he listened with his heart, not his eyes. Sam thanked her, placed the book in his satchel, and followed Doodle back out through the floating door, which closed and vanished, leaving only grass and starlight. They hurried to the old wooden bench by the oak tree, and Sam held the blank book close, closing his eyes and breathing slowly. The air around him grew warm, and suddenly he heard a gentle melody like a flute played far away, and words began to shine on the pages, telling of a tiny star that once guided winter travelers but lost its song in a storm. The story said that the song could be found again if a brave heart carried kindness across the four winds. Sam realized the book was asking for help, so he looked at Doodle, who nodded eagerly. They set off down the hill toward the north field, where a cold breeze blew, and as they walked Sam shared one chocolate cookie with Doodle, believing sweet things make journeys easier. In the north field they met Zephyr, the wind of the north, a see-through wolf whose fur glittered with frost, and when Sam politely asked for a piece of the north wind to fix the star's song, Zephyr howled a soft note and gave him a snowflake that never melted. Next they hurried east to the creek, where Dawn, the wind of the east, danced on the water like pink ribbons. Sam thanked her for painting mornings and requested her help, so she gifted him a pearl drop of first light. To reach the south wind, they climbed the lantern tower at the edge of the village, where Noon, the wind of the south, warmed the bells. Noon laughed kindly and handed Sam a tiny spark of midday sun. Finally, they crossed the pumpkin patch to the old mill, where Dusk, the wind of the west, rested with golden leaves swirling around. Dusk offered a bronze leaf that smelled of campfire. With all for gifts, Sam returned to the bench under the stars, opened the violet book, and placed the snowflake, pearl, spark, and leaf on its blank page. The objects lifted into the air, spinning in a circle, and a bright chord rang out, filling the night with music so beautiful that even owls paused to listen. High above, the North Star pulsed brighter, its lost song restored, and the sky seemed to sing along. The 4 wind gifts flew back to their homes, and new words appeared in the book. Thank you, brave listener. The night remembers your kindness. As the horizon began to pale, Sam and Doodle ran up the hill, where the silver door shimmered back into sight. Luna opened it, and Sam returned, the lost song of the North Star. Now filled with glowing pages, Luna praised his courage and gifted him a bookmark shaped like a tiny comet. saying it would guide him whenever he felt unsure. The door closed, the library faded, and dawn painted the sky pink. Sam and Doodle hurried home, slipping inside just as Grandma poured warm milk. Sam whispered his adventure to her, and she smiled, saying the best libraries keep wandering hearts awake. That night Sam placed the comet bookmark in his notebook, and when he turned off the light, a small star glowed on his wall, humming the melody of the North Star, reminding him that stories live in those who dare to listen, and that each clear night might bring another silver door waiting for a kind explorer.